Hi Rob, how's it going? I hope I'm not interrupting you.
Hey, how's your day so far? I'm working on a project, but I love chatting.
Well, good, not much new, a little busy.
So, please tell me, what type of meditation classes do you participate in? You mentioned them the other day while we were chatting.
It's a psychic rejuve, basically. We start with breathing exercises, then we do visualizations. But the focus of the meditation is on clearing our consciousness to make room for psychic development.
That's why I was interested in asking. It sounds different. So it's like a clearing to open the doors of intuition?
Yes, exactly. I basically lead the people in stilling the mind portion, moving away from the monkey mind's constant chatter. It's all about getting the mind primed. Then the visualization exercises come in.
I have to admit that this is so difficult for me, this clearing of the monkey mind. Sometimes I get discouraged, but I guess that's part of the monkey mind itself.
Yes, it's really impossible in some ways to clear it, but that's part of the process, the ebb and the flow of the monkey mind. You just gotta go with it. Let it do its thing, then try and harness it back subtly. Just be conscious of your mind without being restrictive. Slowly over time, you develop muscles that allow the mind to quiet more.
Well, I do manage to clear my mind, but the clearing is a focus on one thought, one thing, like a concentration session. But in the literal sense, this is not a clearing. The state of mind, nothingness, seems like an impossible state to touch in this physical realm, at least for me.
But what you're doing is a mind clearing. Concentration on just one thought is a clearing of the mind. I use mantra. I focus entirely on the mantra and the intonation of its vibrations. All else falls away, every thought. I also use sound to clear the mind, even if it's just sound I am imagining in my mind. I guess I don't sweat the details. It's more about getting to the place that feels really good, still and quiet. Then I can visualize and send out positive energy, which helps to resonate and change the vibration of energies around me. This also helps to shift the consciousness of the whole planet, even if it is just a small shift. Imagine if everyone did this, or at least a large mass of people simultaneously. Imagine the positive energy that would flood the earth, affecting the whole of humanity in a way that they might not even be aware of consciously. Nevertheless, they would feel it in subtle ways. It's a way to bring peace to humanity. I can stare at others in the group as if we are looking through a crystal dream, even see auras. It's an expansion of awareness when the mind is clear and focused.
Wow, I guess I was doing this, but I just didn't see it in that way. I had the idea that clearing the mind meant a state of nothing, a void of thought. I can see how clearing the mind of irrelevant thoughts could then make way for positive thoughts, and then one could project outward into the energy field these positive thoughts to the planet. Do you have a CD you listen to, like Tibetan Bells?
The sound I use is my own voice reverberating in my mind.
I see. I enjoy the Tibetan Bells or crystal bell tones. They help me to connect with my chakras. This sending out of peaceful, positive energy is what light workers do, right? Is that why you refer to yourself as a light worker?
Well, it's similar. I guess that, yes, it's like that. I do like Tibetan bowls and Tibetan bells as well, though.
I wish I could participate in your meditations.
Well, I'm sure there are some kinds of prayer groups in somewhere near where you live.
I do have friends, though, from the Past Life Forum at Children's Past Lives that do meditations miles apart from each other. They say that time and space is irrelevant.
That's cool.
They even connect oftentimes astrally. I tried this, but found it didn't work for me. Are you familiar with the 1111 movement?
No, what's that?
Well, it's a group that has been spreading the practice of everyone taking 1 minute of meditation a day to contemplate the oneness of everything. It's a group consciousness that is bringing this understanding to humanity through collective co-creation, one day at a time.
Oh wow, I've heard of similar prayer groups for world peace, but not this.
They say that this practice adds to the collective conscious and crystallizes in the minds of humans until the realization becomes a reality for humanity. It's a part of the shift.
Like a thoughtful intention group?
Exactly. Focusing on the realization of our innate unity with each other and the universe, something humanity has forgotten so many times. This forgetting of our unity is the root of all wars, all violence, all suffering, and the cause of selfishness in all arenas of our dealings with one another. It's even the cause of our destruction of our own planet. Imagine how much peace humanity will experience when they fully realize their unity with everything around them. How could you injure another person in any way if you knew that this person is a part of your higher self, that you are beyond this life? Unity is the essence of love. It's what binds us. That's why Christ and the Masters have taught to love your neighbor as yourself. They understood this truth and tried to help others realize it. But people in the physical realm only see the universe through the 5 senses, and they forget their unity with all that's around them. So this is a raising of our collective vibration to this realization. It's a process.
Well, from the circles that I am a part of doing in this psychic rejuve, it is really potentially possible. It's really necessary that we do this now too.
Yes, you are probably doing this in your meditation groups, but you just don't call it 1111.
Yes, you're right. It's really the same thing. I know you don't believe that 2012 is the date to really watch out for, but I think it's a good idea to be prepared for this shift.
I have come to feel that this understanding of the essence of the shift taking place, even the very energy that we are creating at this moment through our chats, count towards this shift, I guess.
Yes, it does. Well, I've had visions that we are all one ever since I was a child.
Then you no doubt have come into this world to resonate this awareness to others, you and many others like you.
As humans, we don't have a lot of options. We either band together as one or watch our civilization eventually die off. Yes, I always knew that this was my mission on an unconscious level.
When you perceive your auric field, what is the predominant color?
My own color? That's interesting you've asked me that question. You're the first. Well, if you must know, it's blue and sort of fuchsia, or at least that's what I've been told by others.
We have lots of colors when we occupy physical bodies according to our different moods throughout the day. But there is one particular color that resonates with our soul's purpose. When we cross over to higher realms, we completely return to this color again. This color that you mentioned is just like mine as well. My guides told me that no color is superior to another. Our colors, well, they're pretty much a permanent thing, which surprised me. It isn't a hierarchy of colors in the literal sense at all. Each color reflects an innate function of the unique energy each soul brings to the universe, a vibratory sound resonance with specific purposes.